Hi, welcome to Susie Snacks, and I'm Susie Carder, and I'm excited about this episode. We're going to teach you bite-sized information that gives you your cocktail for success. So listen, I don't know if you were like me, but the reason I love money is because I kind of sucked at it when I was younger, right? I spent more money than I made. Anybody? Had credit card debt. Anybody? Right? I actually had to file bankruptcy at one point in my life. What a nightmare. The reason I am so passionate about this topic is because I was a mess at it, right? And then they always say your mess becomes your message. So that is why it has become my message. So I want to give you 4 questions that you should ask your finance manager, CFO, your accountant, right? Whoever it is. So I first want to just congratulate you that you even want to know this information, right? Your business has grown to a point where you need to beef up your accounting firepower in the form of a finance manager or a strategic accountant. Either way, I commend you for wisely trying to hire someone who isn't just a bean counter. Do you know what a bean counter is? They're just looking at money in, money out. You want someone who's strategic with a vision and some depth in several key areas of your business, including marketing, human resources, and technology. And the reason is those become the biggest money sucks inside of the business. I don't want your money to be sucked away on things that look sexy and things that make sense that you have to have for your business, so you have to look at everything inside your business. But how will you ensure that you're getting the most out of this key hire? Below, I've compiled 5 thematic questions to guide you into working with your financial manager. These questions are designed to get both at a granular level and a broad level in your business. Collectively, they'll help you construct a working relationship to push that business forward. So the first question you want to ask, and they should know these answers. You don't have to know the answers, they will know the answers. But you just need to know, what are the questions I need to ask? Is what's my cash position? It doesn't matter how large your enterprise grows or what kind of margin of safety your bank balances provide, knowing your company's daily cash position that's adjusted for deposits and outstanding checks is one of the best exercises you can engage in when you're talking as a CEO. Asking the question frequently and signaling its importance for you to will create teamwork and mental clarity around your finances. And it'll really have them see that you're serious about your financial situation and where your business cash is. Getting a daily reading on the enterprise cash position builds an intuitive sense of the ebbs and flow of your business. When balances linger too long at a marginal level, you'll know in your gut and that you'll be able to inquire to know what's happening in my business. And growing cash levels will also allow you to stand out. You'll be able to see it and understand it. You'll need to know where to distribute those things. If you have stakeholders, right? What investments you should put in? How do you stay ahead of inflation? Or how do you slow back in your business operations? So you want to look at what from the dashboard leaps out at you. Now, when you say dashboard, you're like, Susie, what is that? Well, remember a couple blogs ago when we talked about your KPIs? That's what the dashboard is, because they're called many different things, dashboards, KPIs. So you want to look at and have your financial manager point some key things out for you and really look at what are the metrics that you want to address in order to have a healthy financial picture, as well as you want to look at sales, you want to look at asset utilization, like where are you spending the money, and even marketing effectiveness. We want to look at what is my ROI whenever I'm spending marketing dollars. A lot of us are spending a ton of money on our Facebook ads, but we're not looking at its effectiveness. So we had someone in our company that we spent $90,000 in a month in Facebook ads. And do you know how much money we got in? We got in $120,000. That does not make business sense. So when we looked at it, we immediately shut that down to go, oh, we gave this person way too much bandwidth to spend money, right? Increasingly looking at all your dashboards. They can do it in an Excel. There's some different other softwares you can buy. You can do it in QuickBooks to really look at and get a read on the organization's health and your pain points. So a great financial manager will explain finances in a way to you that you can understand. It doesn't mean you're dumb, doesn't mean you don't know all that conversation that's in your head, right? It will allow you to really get a hold on what's happening in your business. So you want to make sure that your financial manager is giving you reports that you understand, right? Pick his or her brain on what do they see. And by seeing what they see over time, you'll learn this information. This is how I taught Lisa Nichols. Many of you know her, right? Is I would show her her profit and loss, and we kept going over it and over it and over it. I didn't get mad that she didn't understand it. It's a new language. It's just like your expertise and whatever your vocation is. It's a new language. I would probably have to ask you about your job over and over and over again. So make sure that you're getting the information that you need. And then ask your accountant, in their opinion, what's the most key metric that you should be measuring? This is related to both the first two questions, and with much more specific focus. In most businesses, a handful of important metrics exist so that you can track it and you can optimize it. This will increase the organization's overall success. Key metrics tend to touch on revenue, profitability, and productivity of operations. That's where the juice is. But to take things a bit deeper on both a business and a philosophical level, a business owner should know what his or her most important key metric is. In other words, what activity, resources, and sales results are most crucial for your business. So in my business, it's number of sales calls, it's number of webinars that I do. From the webinars, it's the number of people that show up. Those are critical, and then which ones turn into sales? Because if I'm just doing a bunch of activity and I'm not getting sales, then that's a critical number I need to manage. Another question is you want to ask, what does our capital structure look like 5 years from now? This question is golden, because this allows you to look at the capital structure. It reflects on where we are today and how much money I'm going to need inside of the future. In some cases, entrepreneurial startups get supplied with the owner's equity from their own bank account, from their own credit card line. So it's important to see how much money I'm going to need to grow my business. And where do we find that information? Yep, your business plan. You know, it's one of my favorite topics, because that allows us to see how are we growing, how are we spending, what do we need to slow down on, how many people we need, what do I need to grow the wealth and health of my business. In other cases, a company capital structure will consist of a mix of equity and debt, meaning what do we own and then what do we owe? You can review your current balance sheet. Remember, in a couple blogs ago, we talked about your balance sheet. That gives us all that information at a snapshot. If you're planning on growing, it's wise to envision the money piece of the journey ahead of time. You may have a detailed strategic plan written in 5-year increments, right? And again, your financial manager can put this together for you. As an owner, you probably have a good idea where you'd like the company to be, but what will you need to alter in your capital structure to get there? In other words, will you be required to put in additional capital of your own? Or will you need to take on outside investors, outside debt, a mix of all of these strategies? Or could your business provide the earnings from the cash flow? That's what we call bootstrapping. Debt often plays more of an important role in a company's balance sheet as the organization grows. So I want you to look at where your business is. I want you to ask these key questions to your accountant, right? And if you hire a financial manager on an ongoing basis, I just want you to have a breadth of what's happening in my business. And again, if you need support or if you need help, you can always reach out to me, hello@susiecarder.com, to support you in getting these questions answered so that you don't struggle anymore. You can get your head out of your sand and you can get your heart in your business and live your passion. Again, I'm Susie Carder, and I look forward to supporting you, and I will see you on the other side.